Hey guys, welcome back to another video with Drakkalan. This is a Kingdom of Heroes Tactics War video. It has been exactly 11 days since the last upload I did. We've been waiting for new content to come out. We were sort of expecting 3 days ago for the patch to come. There was rumors that it was going to come out on November 10th. That didn't happen. Now it's been pushed back some, and we'll get to that discussion later as we go through all the notes that have come out for this month. So as you can see on the screen, we've got November 2020 dev notes. So we're going to be covering the dev notes, the upcoming update news, and just go over the state of the account review real quick. So going to be a long-winded video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I know a lot of my content's been kind of lacking lately, but here we are. Finally got some new stuff to throw in. So, with the upcoming maintenance, they just announced this yesterday, or I guess earlier today, technically, depending on what time zone you're in. An update maintenance for the Kingdom of Heroes Tactics War is scheduled for 11/19, which is a Thursday, as follows. Please take into account the game cannot be played during maintenance hours. So this is an extremely long maintenance window. It's going to be 8 hours, but it is a huge update for the game. They're adding in a lot of new heroes, UI balances, they're adding in new runes. Uh, I would just assume that it's going to be 8 hours or a little bit longer than 8 hours. With hopefully they've got a test server up and running. And they've already thrown it on the test server, but I know in the past any decent sized update they've done, we've run into issues. It seems like, but we'll try to stick with the 8 hours. So they're saying it's going to be Thursday 00 to 8 General Mountain Standard Time. So you guys can plug that into Google, find out what your time zone is. But 8 hours, like I said, that's a long time. So hopefully you guys have something else lined up, or maybe it'll happen while we're asleep. Maintenance schedule and update information may change depending on circumstances. As you've seen in the past, we expected some of the stuff to come out on the 10th. Now it's gotten pushed back to the 19th. I think the 19th is a solid date. I think we should be expecting it. I'm glad they didn't wait until the actual holiday. I know a lot of us like to kind of grind stuff out when we're not having to work. I work, 8 to 12 hours a day, so it'll be really nice to be able to try to summon up some of these new heroes. Updates can be viewed in-game by logging into the game after maintenance is finished. We will notify you when maintenance is finished through a post. Thank you. If you guys don't know, you can follow them on Twitter. You can follow them on Facebook. I don't think they're on Instagram. They might be. Probably release a video if I can. Anyway, so here's a good thing to kind of make up for that long reward or that long maintenance window. The rewards for all Kingdom of Heroes users, we're going to get a 6-star promotion ticket. Now, what that means is you can take a hero straight up to 6-star. Um, Typically, it's not going to be max level. You just save on having to level up all the fodder. So if you guys have a 4-star that you've been wanting to level up that you haven't yet, that's what I would use it on, because that's the most efficient thing to do, is either take up a 3-star or a 4-star. But if you wanted to take up a Nat 5 and just go ahead and make them a 6-star, it's not really a waste. It's just not the most optimal, but good enough. I'll probably use it on some of my Nat 5s. Pretty much got everything else up to 4 or 5-star already that I need. This will come after the update, it says down at the bottom. So 12/31/2020 is when we can expect this, based on their time frame. If you look at the bottom of the screenshot that I've got posted up here, the legendary summon scroll ×1. That's not going to be anything game breaking. It's mainly that 6-star summon ticket, 300,000 silver coins. We can farm that up in an afternoon, no problem. We'll go through the notes real quick that they have off to the side. So, Koa Season 2, The Broken King is coming. Please write a comment below to celebrate the upcoming season. We prepared gifts as appreciation for our knights who have been waiting for Season 2. To all knights, all you have to do is log in to receive the special gifts after the update. You can get it anytime after the Season 2 update up until 12/31. So as long as you guys log in before the 31st of December, you'll get these free rewards. And it's definitely worth logging in to get them. It's going to be sent straight to your mailbox. We got Akin again. Thanks for waiting patiently for Season 2. And one reason they keep saying thank you so much and they're trying to give us these rewards is a lot of players have been kind of complaining there's not anything new to do. A lot of people, I haven't personally hit level 200 yet, but I've slowed down my gameplay a lot. There just wasn't more content for me to approach. I wasn't too happy with the runes I was getting. Still not that happy, but it's a constant complaint. Nothing they can do about it. So here's a screenshot of the new map that they're coming out with the new districts. It's not a bad image, nothing too fancy about it. Pretty standard in these games. It's kind of low res to an extent, but definitely going to give us some interesting areas. Probably the Broken King's Castle at the bottom, I'm assuming. A little altar looking place up in the upper right hand corner. So we're going to get some more desert zones, fire zones, water zones. I'm sure the heroes in those areas are going to be reflected in it, so it'll be more normal, hard, and conqueror areas that we have to defeat. And hopefully they'll have some nice rewards for that. Every 3-star, I think it's the first, yeah. Cleared on normal, you get rewards. Cleared on hard, you get rewards. And cleared on conqueror, you get rewards. So probably get some more skill ups and stuff through that. New adventure districts. Added new adventure districts 8 to 13. Unlocks after you clear Tartarus 7-7 on normal difficulty. Most of you have already cleared it. If you're a new player, just go ahead and focus on clearing story. Always focus on clearing story first. So District 8 is Dantes. District 9, Bodiger. District 10, Moriu. District 11, Crypt. District 12, Vein Maze. And District 13 is Avalon. So if I pronounce anything wrong, just leave it in the comments below. So the other exciting thing is we're getting new runes, and runes can be acquired through the adventure districts. Obviously, most of us that have been playing for a while, we're more interested in a new dungeon. We're not interested in white, green, and blue runes. We want 6-star legendaries. Necessary AP for each difficulty has been adjusted. So now normal, we're gonna have to spend 4 AP, hard 5 AP, conqueror 6 AP. Let me see. I think that's about what it is. Final stages require an additional 1 AP. So yeah, I mean, it's not like we really farm that much anyway. We just try to get XP from it. Note 3, added new roofs in the new adventure district. Appear sporadically when clearing districts. 5 new monsters have been added to the game. I don't know if this means they're going to give us a new craftable monster. We're going to go through the other new Nat 4s and Nat 5s that they're adding, and it'll tell us how to get them. So if there is a new craftable monster, expect having to hunt down these rifts to craft these up to make the new heroes. But we'll go over that as we get to it. So we got a 3-star Masked Owl. It's pretty cool character art down at the bottom. Crypt Golem, Stone Gargoyle, Boglet, and a Vine Puppet. I definitely like the artwork for these guys. It looks nice. I'm interested to see what the actual 3D imagery is going to be once we're in game with them. Oh, I think I forgot to move some slides around, guys. So the new rune sets, we'll cover this. I think I put this on another slide. But Patience, Regeneration, Pincer, Vanguard, Destruction, and Two-Edged. Right, so we're getting a total of 6 new runes, which is pretty huge for a game. It's putting out 6 rune sets at the same time. A lot of people did not want to see Berserk runes, which is what it's typically referred to in other games, and that's where you typically get a 25% chance, roughly, to have an extra attack turn, so it makes everything RNG based at that point. But if you go through here real quick, we've got Patience Rune, which is a 2-set. After receiving damage from the enemy, you recover your action gauge by the proportion of damage received. So that's pretty strong for a 2-set of runes to give you, put that on somebody like Mary or Media or Rodandi that actually already manipulate action gauge a little bit. Regeneration Rune, 2-set. At the start of the turn, recover a portion of HP lost. So I could see that being pretty beneficial for some tanks, maybe, but I don't really need regeneration runes. Most of my heroes are pretty self-sustaining as it is, and if I want more sustain, I would just put a healer in there, but, it's always nice to have different options. The Pincer rune, this is one of the ones I'm excited about. When an ally attacks an enemy, if the enemy is within your attack range, you attack together. That is going to be huge. Whoop, I didn't mean to do that. So being able to attack together is that's going to make us, and it's a 4-star set, so you're going to have to give up a little bit of stats for that. But if you can get 2 guys, 2 AoE attackers going at the same time, let's say you send Apophis in, let him do his defense break, and then you've got Nocturne and another AoE attacker running together, like Media or Mary. They're pretty much going to be able to tear anything down at the same time. So a lot more speed tuning is going to have to happen, and you just have to be very aware of how your units overlap on their attacks. But I can definitely see this doing some upsets in Arena, adding a little bit more diversity in Guild War. So pretty excited for that one. Next up, we've got Vanguard Rune. This is another 2-set. Slightly increase the attack of all allies participating in battle. That's not bad. We definitely see sets like this in other games. Typically, in the long run, those sets are better than like a standard charge set if you wanted to compare it. Charge set gives increase of attack to just 1 unit, but if you do a 2-set times 6 on all of your units that are fighting together, a lot of times it adds up to be more than a single charge set per unit. We have to do some math on that just to make sure, see how it works out once we have the runes in game. The next set is the Destruction Rune, another 2-set. When inflicting damage on the enemy, permanently reduces the enemy's HP. Effect lasts until the end of the battle. We've seen this before too. This is probably going to make it easier for people to defeat the standard Guild War and Arena defense teams, where Ingwe and other heroes, Irene, can just constantly heal up, cleanse debuffs. It makes it really hard to even go in and cleave them because they're speed tuned, or maybe the towers go off and sleep you at the wrong moment, and then you have to wait there for another 6 or 7 turns, hoping you can get everything to line up perfectly to try to nuke down that one hero. After that, we've got Two-Edged Rune, which is a 4-set. Hero's mobility is reduced, but the attack is greatly increased. I'm kind of wondering, with that being a 4-star set, and the pincer being a 4-set, that Two-Edged Rune, I don't know if it'd really be worthwhile. I think the only set I'd be going after primarily is going to be the pincer rune set, and maybe the destruction rune set. But pincer is definitely going to be the most exciting. I don't know if they're going to relaunch real-time PvP down the road at some point. I hope they do. Sorry. And if they do, we'll jump on that too. So let's start going through the heroes a little bit that they're going to be adding in. We actually have more than just artwork to go off of. We can see their skills. So right here we've got a 5-star Suzuka, Fighter Fire. So we can acquire this unit from the heroic and drop rate up summon. So basically banners and standard summons. Skill envelops your weapon with a fire to attack a target enemy. Successful hits have a 40% to 60% chance to inflict continuous damage on the target for 1 turn. Successful crit hits reduce the cooldown of special move Sky Splitting Blade by 1 turn. So, that sounds pretty decent. The continuous damage is always nice. That's useful in a lot of different places. Helps you burn down Ingwes and other heroes that, as long as they don't have a cleanser. Petal Torrent throws a concealed fiery weapon at enemies within a target area to attack. Successful hits have a 45% chance to inflict the following debuffs for 2 turns. Block HP recovery, speed reduction. Hang on, guys, this might be pretty important. I'll have to edit the video. There, guys, I'm back. Sorry, girlfriend just needed to do a little bit of venting, so I'll edit out some of that so you don't see it. So I'll just jump straight to this part. So the final skill, Reaper's Protection Revive. Suzuka, man, I can't even talk now. Suzaku has the Reaper's Protection and Revival. If Suzaku's HP becomes 0 in battle, he will revive. With max HP, occurs only 1 time per round and gains an increase in resistance and accuracy by 24% each. So being a fighter hero, he's going to be both tanky and he's going to have a balance of tankiness and damage. So with that max revive, that's what I've been waiting for, some self-revive heroes or heroes that can revive other heroes on a consistent basis. So this definitely seems pretty cool. And being a passive ability, that's going to be great. I can definitely see this causing some upsets, especially if they come out with real-time arena, which most of these games do. Moving on, we've got 5-star Genbu, Wizard Dark, acquired location, Light and Dark summons, Spirit summons. I've been having some really good Spirit summons. I'll show you guys in a bit. Definitely saving up for the next 3 weeks, but we'll go over that once we get to the account. Skill 1, Dark Cloud Wind. Genbu calls upon the Dark Wind from dark areas to attack enemies within a target area. Man, that's a mouthful. Dark Wind from dark to attack enemies within a target area. Enemy hit is poison. This attack gains increased crit damage by 20%. Successful hits have a 30% chance to reduce the speed of enemies hit for 2 turns. I don't know why this is cut off. I guess it's my editing. Needs some help. Skill 2, Poison Essence. Being an excellent poison wizard, Genbu purifies Poison Essence to recover 30% of her max HP. If she is inflicted with continuous damage and or poison, she receives all of them and resets the cooldown of breath as well as recovering 50% of her action gauge. Viper's Breath. Attack will be guaranteed critical hit. Enemy hit is afflicted with speed debuff. Successful hits have a 100% chance to apply 1 poison on enemy's hit for 1 turn. If the enemy hit is inflicted with continuous damage, they are silenced. Reaper's Protection Mirror. Genbu has the Reaper's Protection. When attacked by the enemy, Genbu has 40% chance to give back debuffs. So that's not too bad. So Wizard Dark does poison. Silences. Not terrible. Next up, we got the 5-star Priest Trees, Aryan and Aron. Heroic summons and drop rate up summon. So we've got skill, Fangs of the Tree. Tree roots come out of the ground to hit enemies within a target area. Successful hits have a 55% chance to reduce the cooldown of fresh fruit by 1 turn. Every successful cooldown reduction applies continuous recovery for 1 turn on the unit with the lowest HP. Uses fresh fruit of an apple tree to surrounding allies, recovering the action gauge of all allies by 50% and has an active buff. So if we did this with the new rune set, 50% plus the damage taken, they could definitely come in and definitely interrupt other teams and their speed. They're protected by the trees. If they are attacked within the radius of the fangs of the tree, they have a chance to counterattack. Increases all allies' crit rate by 12%. So not a bad unit. That's definitely going to be a good PvP unit, especially with that crit rate leader skill. Help us make out a little bit better on our attack teams. 5-star Karen, Archer Light Hero, acquired from Light and Dark Summons and Spirit Summons. 0 movement Footsteps. 2nd movement Vortex, 5th movement Fate, and Musician's Presence. Okay, I was wondering what those numbers were about, but movements, alright, that's just in reference to music numbers. Attacks the target enemy with increased crit damage by 30%. Says if successful crit hits, increase Karen's mobility for 1 turn. Karen's music becomes a vortex, attacking enemies within a target area. Successful hits have a 60% chance to reduce the defense and or mobility of enemies for 1 turn. Attacks the target enemy with increased crit damage by 20%. Successful hits push the target back up 2 tiles and stuns them for 1 turn. Karen's accuracy is increased by 25%. If you have greater mobility than the target enemy, your attack's damage is increased by 20%. So nothing groundbreaking, nothing terribly gotta have it, but the stun is nice all the time. It looks like it's a single target stun though. Karen's actually increased by 25%. Yeah, so she's all about mobility. So you could put some of those other runes on her. Since she's an archer, should have decent attack stats, and even though she's getting limited mobility from those specific runes, this would increase her, kind of even it out, while giving her that huge attack boost. So maybe that's what she was put in here for, was to take advantage of that new higher attack rune set. Osric, Dark Fighter, Light and Dark Summons, Spirit Summons. Sever Space, Split Space, inflicting damage to the enemy. The skill's damage is equal to the target, has greater max. Most of the stuff's broken off, so I can't really read it out. Same with this guy. Oop. Why does this always happen? So we got Osric, Fighter Dark, then we've got Vepr, Guardian Dark, Pillar, Light Wizard. So we're getting a bunch of L&D 5 stars added to the game, which is nice. Maybe it'll give us a reason to actually do more Toa clears. I mean, we're doing it now for the skill ups, but other than that, it's kind of hit or miss. All right, so they're calling this adding 3 new hero skills. I don't think it's so much adding 3 new hero skills as it is new debuffs. It's going to change the way the game acts and interacts with one another on the UI. It's coming from the new heroes, so it's not a completely wrong or a completely incorrect misnomer. So Confusion inflicts the target with confusion, automatically moving the target to a random location and immediately ending their turn for in turns. So I guess they haven't decided on how many turns based off of the skill. However, for sleep, stun, and reduced mobility, the target ends their turn at their current location. If provoke and confusion are applied at the same time, confusion is applied first. Poison applies both continuous damage and reduced speed. Can be used with continuous damage. However, poison does not stack more than 2 times. Reflect debuff. Debuff that was meant to be applied to a target is reflected back to the attacker. Only debuffs are reflected and incoming damage is still received. However, provoke debuffs from dungeon bosses and guild war defense towers cannot be reflected. Hidden Strength. I know this is something you guys are excited about. I am too. I'm glad they finally released some actual information on it because my hero boxes are stuffed. I needed some free space. I'm about to start feeding a bunch of 3 stars to make some more 5, 6-star units. So, Hidden Strength feature. Added a new feature for additionally upgrading 6-star 1 level plus awakened heroes. For Hidden Strengths, common materials needed are awakening materials and superior materials from memory shards. Memory shards can be attained in Altar Realm, Awakening Valley, or Ancient Shop. So if you guys have not been doing Altar Realm, which I haven't been doing Altar Realm, shame on me, definitely going to have to start running those every single day. And there's going to be more material that drops from there beyond this, but this is just going to give us another reason to actually run it. They're also changing up explosion runes. Only going to be able to get those from Altar Realm. The Ancient Shop is going to become a lot more important in the future. As you can see, they're putting more and more stuff into it. After the Season 2 update, only a selected number of heroes can unlock hidden strengths. More will be added later on. So the heroes right now that they're going to allow the hidden strengths to happen with are going to obviously be the new heroes. So all the new Nat 5s, Suzaku, Genbu, Osric, Pillar, Vepr, Karen, Aran, and Aaron. The current heroes that will be getting these hidden buffs added to them will be Lilith. That's a Nat 5 Dark. It's going to be Limnoria, which I think is a Nat 3, if I remember correctly. Lancelot, which is a Nat 3. Arthur, which is a Nat 3 Fire Hero. And then Guinevere, which is a Nat 3. So 1 Nat 5 and 4 Nat 3s. Limnoria might be a 4-star. But, yeah, these are the units that we will be able to apply it to. I might go ahead and build up Arthur the next couple of days if I can get him 6-star, just so we can kind of dump a bunch of resources into him and see what happens. This is what it's going to look like as far as the actual screen and the unlocks. So it's kind of like a node system. If you guys ever played some Final Fantasy games, Assassin's Creed, Valhalla does the same thing. As you can see in the lower left-hand corner, I did a bad job at capturing. Well, hang on, let me turn my camera off. Where you at, camera? All right, so I turn my camera off. Look in the lower right-hand corner. So it's memory gems all the way to the left. Then it's going to be void crystals in the center, and then it's going to be fire crystals to the right. So if you guys have stopped kind of farming Awakening Valley like I have, because I've already awoken every unit I can from 1-star up to Nat 5, any unit that I've got in my box, trying to complete my Awakening rewards. So this just gives me another excuse to go in and farm Awakening dungeons. So, man, and that's already a resource. Like, if you're a new player coming into the game, I feel kind of bad that they're adding this in, because it's going to be that much harder for you to jump into these hidden rewards, having to farm this much more Awakening material just to get in there. And the numbers that they're showing down here, 2554, and I think it was 2 that they're showing for the memory crystals. I don't know if that's what it's going to take to unlock the nodes, or if that's what they just have saved up. I'm hoping that's just what they have saved up. Like I said, not a lot of information within the screenshots. Here's the new rune sets again. Like I said, I messed up on that earlier slide. So we can craft new rune sets to the rune and gem crafting. Patience, Regeneration, Destruction, Pincer, Vanguard, 2-edged. Patience, action gauge plus 7% per 5% HP lost. Regeneration, another set of 2. At the start of the turn, recover 11% of HP lost. Pincer, 4-set. Assist on ally performing a pincer attack. On pincer attack, 15% of damage inflicted by ally. Damage inflicted can be increased up to 55%. Additionally, there's a 15% chance to apply an increased damage received debuff on the target. Like I said, pincer runes are what I'm most excited about. I think they're going to have a huge impact on the game. Vanguard runes, 2-set, plus 5% attack for all allies. So if we can do that times 3 per unit, that's 15% attack per unit, and then we multiply that times 4. So definitely going to be interesting to see what kind of Vanguard runes people get and build up. Especially if we're doing Altar Realm, it might be best to have a full set of Vanguard runes on everybody. Or maybe a set of pincer runes on everybody with an offset of Vanguard if we can get good enough substats built. Destruction, destroy 3% of enemy max HP, 30% of damage inflicted, can destroy up to 50% of a target's max HP, however only up to 30% for arena, combined with arena max HP reduction penalty, cannot exceed 30%. 2-edged, another 4-set, plus 50% attack, minus 1 mobility. That's the set that I'm most excited to see on maybe that new hero that we were talking about, the archer, light archer, since she gains mobility. So definitely going to be worthwhile on the hero if they can self-mobilize them and then give them this instead of charge runes. Next up, we've got they balance the 2 current rune sets. Counterattack rune probability is going from 15% to 20%, so that's nice. Those are our current revenge runes. Vampire rune sets, recovery amounts going from 30% to 35%, which I didn't really have any negative things to say about the vampire runes. I'm glad the counterattack is getting boosted up a little bit, but the vampire rune set, it'll be nice, but I don't think it was really necessary. The obtainable rune groups changed for rune dungeons. This is kind of, I was hoping we'd get a new dungeon, but it's looking like we're just going to keep the Fafnirs and Sealed Armory. So Fafnir will have Life, Charge, Havoc, Swift, Vampire, and then they're going to add in that Regeneration rune set. Sealed Armory, we're going to have Prophet, Stone Skin, Resistance, Counterattack, Earthquake, and they're adding in Explosion runes. 5 new rune sets will be included as rewards for the new rune dungeon that will be added in the future. Okay, so they're putting the new runes in the game, so I guess we're going to have to just craft the new runes. Explosion runes are now exclusive rewards from Altar Realm Boss, Conquistador of Cutoff. Oh man, I don't know why all my screenshots are getting cut off like this. Hidden Strength materials, memory shards can be obtained in Altar Realm. Made changes to the UI due to the addition of new runes. Rune crafting, package items, rune management, changes made to the filters, etc. Alright, so new summon feature, right? This is something else to be excited about, especially if you're a new player. This new summon feature, 1 time per month, you can select 1 5-star water fire tree hero as your 5-star summon. This excludes the combined heroes, i.e. the crafted heroes. When a 5-star hero is to be summoned, the selected hero will appear first. However, 5-star hero summon rates are the same as current hero summons, where 3 to 5-star heroes are summoned according to summon probability. So probability stays the same, but you at least once a month, if you're missing a hero, you kind of get to force it to give you the one that you want, which is great. Like that's especially for those of us that have been playing longer. And for those of us that are brand new, if you're missing a key unit, definitely plug in that key unit. And if you didn't select Ingwe for your first unit and you need them, that kind of thing. My case, I'm missing 3 Nat 5s from Bartholomew, Morgana, and I don't Claudia. I think those are the only 3 I'm missing. So that'll be the first ones I select. I'll go with Morgana, and then I'll go with Claudia, and then I'll go Bartholomew. That's kind of the order of usefulness out of the 3 of them. You must clear a specific adventure district first before you can use the select summon feature. Available select summons reset on the first of each month. Available select summons will not disappear until you summon a 5-star hero. If summoned, you cannot use the select summon feature anymore for that month. So the thing to watch out with this, they're basically trying to make sure that you guys do summons, that you're not just saving up. They want to see you kind of rotate through your summon box once per month, while at the same time trying to give you something back. So this will help increase the amount of revenue that they pull in, so they can keep adding to their development team, continue to produce for the game. Next up, we've got made changes to in-game battle UI. In-game battle UI has been improved so that you can intuitively enjoy battle. Improved pause function for in-game battle. Changes to pause mode when coming back to the co-app after minimizing it. You can also use various features such as forfeit, options, repeat battle settings on the pause screen. Also, switch to battery saving mode has been newly added. Increased in-game battle speed. In-game ×3 battle speed is 1.6 faster than the current ×3 battle speed, which I'm going to be very happy with. Clear Adventure District 5-7 Conqueror to unlock ×3 battle speed. Max level heroes do not share XP at the end of the battle. XP is shared among other heroes. So this could be really nice. It means we're not wasting anything by having the farmer in there. Instead, it gets divvied out to the 3 fodder that we've got along. Tower of Arrogance. Element-specific Tower of Arrogance floors have been increased to 300 and added clear rewards for each floor. So for this one, what a lot of people are concerned about is they've already climbed up to the max level. I haven't, but I know several people that have, or they've gotten really close and they're about to finish it. And are we going to get rewards kind of backdated to us, or at least allow us to re-clear the floors to earn the rewards that they're adding in? So kind of interested to see how that goes. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit unfair, and I know that's what people are going to be complaining about. But at the same time, it'll help out the newer players to try to catch up to us. Achievements: expanded path guide to 8. Added guides for crafting combining heroes. 2. Changed when combined hero crafting features are unlocked. Now you can combine heroes at the start of the game. Change unlocked after clearing Adventure District Normal 13-7. Right, so now you can always combine heroes. Now they're adding it after you basically beat all of the normal modes of storyline. Crafting will now be unlocked after 11-7 instead of 7-7. Don't think that's really going to affect anybody. If you're a new player coming into the game, you should be focused on storyline anyway. You shouldn't be worried about combining heroes or crafting heroes. Right, so here's another screenshot. This is where they're adding in some different quests or expanding out the current quest pieces. New items have been added to the Ancient Store pillar piece. So basically we'll be able to summon that 5-star light hero. 5-star light and dark mirror of choice piece, so it's giving us a way to get more skill ups. And memory shards. Memory shards definitely going to be something we need to craft. So whatever we need to do in the Ancient Store, usually it means feeding heroes, which kind of not that great, but at least it gives us something to strive for. And memory shards will probably be one of the most advantageous things you can buy from there. Obviously, if you can get a Nat 5 and skill ups, that's like we're going to need all that. That means it's going to be heavily resource invested to try to get all those. Under that, we got 5-star light and dark mirror of choice piece. After collecting 100 pieces of this, will allow you to select a light and dark hero you previously owned to summon again. Costs may change on update. An explanation icon appears when recharging the refresh count of legendary rune gem item at the Ancient Store. Drop rate up event for Suzaku begins. Alright, so as soon as the update hits, we're going to be able to try to summon for Suzaku if you guys are wanting to go after him. I think I do for that revive ability. And then we got step 4, change the purchase limit of Spirit Stone Pack, Skill Fairy Pack. Changed from 3 to 5, so again, they're trying to generate a little bit more revenue off of that. And then 5, lowered the cost of Awakening Special Pack. Same for all elements. See, that kind of hurts, man. Like, I've bought a lot of those packs. So now we're going from 200 crystals down to 150 for the first one, and then we're going from 450 to 350 for the last one, so that hurts the pockets. Like I said, when I first started the game, I bought a bunch of those to try to speed up the progress. Alright, event. Current special presents for the New Knights event will be replaced with Avalon Grand Festival event. Log in for 7 days to receive a special reward. Please check for details later in the post. So they're probably going to change the reward item, and they're going to change the name. Not a big thing there. It doesn't affect current players. Current Hero Strengthening Project will be replaced with Journey of Growth event. Again, doesn't affect us, but now they're giving away Lilith. And it's saying check for details in a later post. So for those of us that finish the Hero Strengthening Project, are they going to give us Lilith? Or is that just a new player thing? Don't know. I mean, I've already gotten a couple of her, but still, it's kind of giving away Nat 5 is going to make a lot of free-to-play players angry later on. Made changes to the 3 days of special gifts event, same as the current event for the returning knights, but rewards have changed. I don't really remember that one, so if you guys remember it, just leave a comment below. Collections. Alright, so nothing here. They're just adding in the new heroes. We knew they'd be doing that. If you guys didn't know, the collection box, you can get free crystals and free baseline stat boosts as you do it. They're going to add Osric at a later date, so they probably just didn't have enough heroes to balance it out to put him in there right now. The bugs that are getting fixed. You guys know us. We love to hear about these fixed bugs. Looks like there's only one. An error with 5-star Morgana or Morgan's extreme magic skill. Fixed an issue where 5-star Morgan's extreme magic skill's continuous damage debuff was 2 times stronger than other heroes. Huh. No wonder she was destroying us. I've been getting beat up by Morgan's about the only hero that can take out my defense. And that might be why. Because it kind of nerfs or really counterattacks Ingwe's self-buffing. Improvements. Expanded maximum available hero rune storage space and purchasable AP. Thank you. Like, this is something that we have all been asking for months. Since the game came out. Definitely didn't have enough hero storage. Like, my box is full right now. Whenever events come out where we don't know if we need to be saving heroes or not, you know, we all tend to just kind of pile everything away, and we don't have enough room to do that. So currently we can store 200 out, about to be 300. Hero storage on the actual storage inside of our box is going to go from 600 to 900, which I'm not too worried about that one. It's mainly the ones that we can have out at a time that I wanted to increase, because to do all the Toa elemental dungeons, we're constantly having to swap stuff in and out. If anybody is going out on a request or a challenge, or they're on one of those teams, they stay out. So we didn't have enough room for as much fodder in our boxes previously. Max Rune Zone goes from 900 to 1200. That's definitely a welcome benefit. And then AP goes from 200 to 1000. Max AP is still at 100 though. I mean, are they going to increase our refills though? Like, that's one thing that bothers me, is I have to spend like 60 gems to do a refill anytime I want to do 20 runs. Alright, next up we got memory shards. Have a small chance to drop at Awakening Valley 9th floor and up. Great. That means we don't have to necessarily buy them from the ancient store. 3. In crafting, you can check now how many runes and gems you have each. Alright, moving on. Add a new feature, My Info Story Season 2. Replay for each district. We knew that would be coming. 5. They're adding voices to certain heroes. Check out the voices of Ingwe and narration in the prologue video. Added the voices of 8 new heroes, Arya, Limnoria, and Guinevere. That's one of the reasons I decided not to do my lore video, is they didn't have voice acting. And me just coming in and doing some commentary over the top was not looking very good. I did it for about 30 minutes and went back, rewatched it, and hated it. 6. Added battle button UI to Adventure District screen. You can now move to the desired continent in one go. 7. Change the loading screen, lobby screen, and main BGM to fit the Season 2 story. And that's it, guys, for that. This video is going to be extremely long, so I'm not going to make it any longer. It's already going to hit probably 30-40 minutes, and we'll do a state of the account after this one.